Am I the one with the problem? TLDR, my wife isn't interested in doing anything couple-related, and I think she has checked out of the marriage. I'm looking for outside perspective. Throw away for privacy. Bit of background, my wife, 42F, and I, 41M, have been married 17 years and together for 20. Two kids, 11 and 13. Right at the beginning of our relationship, I told her how important physical infancy was to me no matter how long we are together, and to my relief, she felt the same as we both agreed that is what distinguished a relationship from a friendship. We have had a solid marriage throughout with very few big issues except for one which has become something I can't stop thinking about. She has never been a touchy-feely person, doesn't like hugs or kisses, not with me or her family and friends. She is, however, affectionate with our children. I always accepted this because we've always been quite sual, multiple times per week. So I was getting my physical touch love language box ticked in the bedroom until the last few years. I don't initiate because she told me a few years ago when I asked about the lack of non-sual affection that whenever I hug her or touch her, she felt I was initiating sex, and that's all I ever want. So we agreed in that conversation that I wouldn't initiate anymore so that she knew if I did cuddle her it was for just that, and she didn't feel any pressure. I then noticed she would initiate exactly every 4 days. This felt strange to me, and I was getting the impression it was just out of duty and not from desire. She would initiate and say, "Don't worry about me, it's getting late." In other words, let's do this, but get it done ASAP. So a couple of years ago I talked to her about this and explained that quickies aren't really my thing because I like to feel connected. Since then we are on a once-a-week schedule where our sessions have both of us getting off and last much longer. Still no affection or physical touch outside the bedroom. The problem is I still feel like this is done out of duty, and to me she is completely disconnected from the marriage, not just in the bedroom, but in everything else. Our kids do sports, which means they are out until late with my wife 3 nights a week, and I do the weekend run with them because I'm not working. The 2 evenings we have together during the week are spent with her scrolling her phone. Very little conversation or anything else that involves her engaging with me. I've organized nights away, date nights, and all of that over the years, which she does agree to, but does admit she would prefer not to. She feels guilty leaving the kids while we are enjoying ourselves, and has told me more than once that they are her #1 priority over everything else, including our marriage. Last night we were watching TV, and the couple on there were asked to tell each other what they love about each other the most. I took the opportunity to ask my wife the same question. Her answer really got me worried. She said, "What I love about you the most is how much you love me." To me, that was basically saying she couldn't think of anything. Am I overthinking this? I'm really struggling with the lack of general physical touch which I could cope with in our earlier years because we were intimate so frequently. I'm beginning to think there are bigger problems here. We sit at opposite ends of the sofa in the evenings. There would be no affection at all if I didn't do anything. When we go to bed, she rolls away to the furthest edge of the bed on the opposite side. She does have body dysmorphia, which I think is a big part of why she doesn't like being touched by anyone. There are no-go zones when we are intimate that I cannot touch, and she won't let me see her naked since she had kids. Massages, etc., are completely off the table. Just want to point out that I work full-time, she does part-time, but I cook, clean, and do as much as I can to help run the house when I'm home. She seems completely content with how we are, saying she is happier than ever, but the reality is I am not. I am worried that once the kids leave home, will there be any kind of relationship left? It doesn't feel like it. I have ADHD tendencies, so I do overthink, and I am just looking for some outside perspective. Are there red flags here, or am I being stupid? There is so much more I could write, but this is way too long already.